Who else's back porch looks like this? Good morning. It's Saturday morning. Really, to be honest, kind of being a little lazy this morning. We got another inch or inch and a half of rain yesterday. We really did not need any more rain. So everything is really wet. It's just a lot of water standing everywhere. Just gonna be a wet and soggy day. So, oh well, that's the way it is on the farm sometime. Good morning, chickens. Good morning, good morning. We had to move the chickens' feed and water inside the eggmobile. The reason we did that is we've just been having a hard time with the hawks. The hawks have been attacking us regularly. We've lost several hens out here, and so I just wanted to have the feed inside and the water inside so they could come in here and eat and kind of feed and have everything they need in here if they just want to hang out inside the eggmobile. Had to add that little shield there to the watering bucket because, you know, chickens, they'll perch on everything. So if I didn't have a cover on that, they'd perch on that 2x4 there and poop all in the water. So I had to have a way to keep that halfway clean for them. Pigs are still asleep this morning. See them laying up in there. We're walking over here now. Just gonna check these cows right quick. For those of you who follow our Instagram page or Facebook page, you saw a picture of a calf. We were not expecting a calf this time of year, and to be honest, I'm not really sure how it happened. I mean, I know how it happened, but I'm not sure when. We don't own a bull, so we borrow a bull, and it's pretty much controlled. You know how long, or when your calves, when you're going to be calving, and you do the math. If you count back, you know, the calf was born here at the end of January. That puts it back at time of last year when we'd already moved the bull. He wasn't even here, so I don't really know what happened. Let's go. Come on, let's go. You ready to go? Come on. Come on, let's go. Come on. Yep. Now, you might ask, why'd you pick that calf up, take it back over to the mama? Wouldn't it be easier to bring the cows to the calf? And you'd be right to say, which is easier, much easier, just to bring the cows back over to the calf. But the reason I didn't do that is because the paddock that the calf was in doesn't have any fresh hay in it. So I'm moving the cows here in a minute to a paddock away from the calf. So as wet as it is out here, if I'd have brought the cows into this paddock where the calf was, and I had to bring some more hay, and it's just so wet. I really didn't want to get my tractor out here on the pastures. So I took the calf to the mama in hopes that the calf is a little bull calf, will nurse a little bit better. Then I'm gonna move these cows to the paddock up the hill here, because we've already put out hay in that paddock. So that's why. I will tell you, I'm a little bit concerned about this calf. I mean, I've seen it try to nurse, but just given the fact that it was, I don't know, you know, who the daddy is. I don't know which bull it came from. The calf now is 2 days old. He's still really weak on his legs. You see him there, he's trying to nurse. I don't know how this is gonna go really. We've had cows since 2011, and every year something happens where you learn something. Everything's a little bit different. So we'll just kind of watch this calf here. You know, if the mama doesn't take good care of this calf, then what'll probably happen is we'll end up culling the cow. And the reason is we don't have time for mama cows who don't take care of calves. That's just, they're not a good fit here for the farm. They got to be good mamas. They got to raise good calves, and they got to take care of them. And this calf was laying over here away from mama. She wasn't even really hollering for the calf or anything, which just kind of, again, makes me think that she's not going to take good care of it. But we'll see. Time will tell, you know, really. Time will tell. What you doing there, son?
Building another shield, just like that one over there, except that one's a little bit bigger.
We are restocking our ground beef this morning. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that beef. That is just beautiful right there. Look at the color and how rich that is. What's say, Samuel? Are good to go? job, buddy. Got tip up. So we've been stockpiling this mulch from the recycling center, and what happens, because this is in one of our pastures, the cows come up here and they get in it, and the calves love to stand on top of it and just make a mess in it, and it just kind of ends up spreading out a little bit more than what we want to be spread out. So what I did here is we just ran an electric wire that basically is cutting off the top end of this pasture right here. What you got here, our main hot wire runs along this fence, as you can tell. It runs all the way down this perimeter fence. We had to add this section of wire here to come up here to power this cross fence. Had to have a hot, to jump onto, but it's actually serving two purposes, because as you can tell, this section of our fence, our perimeter fence, cows have been sticking their heads through there. Let me get this post out of the way. The cows have been sticking their heads through here and eating this grass over here in our yard, and they've been going through right here. So this hot wire is going to do two things for us. It's going to provide us a place to hook our new cross fence up, but it's also going to keep them from sticking their heads through there and eating that grass. Really good thing about that fence that we just put up, it was so easy. I mean, it took 10 minutes, 15 minutes to put that fence up. Just super easy. This electric fence is just the way to go with so many things. And that one strand of wire, good and hot, it'll keep the cows from coming up here, and it'll keep them back over here in this field, and it'll keep them out of our mulch. That sunshine just came out, and oh man, oh, that feels so good. That sunshine, oh man, thank you, Lord. Oh, that feels so good. It's been cold and just dreary all day, and it's been a wet cold, so that's just even worse. But that sunshine feels so good. Here's the other end of that new fence we put up. Just got a simple insulator that's anchored off to that tree on our perimeter fence. Comes to an insulator right here, and so this side will be hot and this side won't. So here you go, from right there straight across over there to where again, we're using the same rebar posts with just these insulators right here. Same post that we use for our temporary cross fencing to make the paddocks. Come on over here. Hey. Woo. Oh, come on. Come on, let's go. Hey. Woo. Woo. Come on. You see now I had to come get that calf up and get him back over there with mama. I don't know, like I said, I don't really like how this is going so far.